All right, so we're on to questions 3 and 4 in Unit 3, Lesson 1. And so our first given in question number 3 says that segment CD is perpendicular to segment AB. And so I'm going to look at my diagram, and I see CD is here, and AB is going across the bottom of my triangle. And what I know from perpendicular is that perpendicular lines form right angles. And so what I'm going to do in my next statement is I'm going to name the angles that are right angles, which would be angle ADC, angle ADC, and angle BDC. And my reason for that is this right here, perpendicular. Perpendicular lines give me right angles, and so I'm going to write definition of perpendicular there. And so that's something you'll need to fill in on your own. And then the next thing I know is that if I have two right angles, then right angles have to be congruent to each other. So I'm marking off on my diagram the angles that I said are right angles, and then I can write here that those two angles are congruent, and my reason is going to be all right angles are congruent. Sorry for the sloppiness here. It's really difficult to write on this screen. And moving on, let's look at 4. In this case, we have a segment bisecting another segment, and we just need to know what this word means right here. And we've said over and over and over again that bisect means to cut in half. So we know the segment BD is being cut in half, and so you know this is congruent to that. In your diagram, you would say BE is congruent to DE, and your reason is going to be definition of bisector. And you're going to fill that in on your own.